And Dave. Dave said it's $25. Thank you, Dave. It's a turtle enthusiast Tom and forklift certified Ben.
Oh.
Would you rather have control over rum, spawning it as well, or mastery over all paint?
Oh.
The rum is the highest quality, and the power of the paint is kind of ambiguous, but kind of like Magneto.
I feel like you can do a lot more with paint than rum. You know, you could like, if you were like artistic, you could just like rearrange all the paint in a room and like change what everything looked like. You could definitely pull some schemes with that. Whereas like rum power just feels like you're going to get drunk all the time.
Yeah. I think paint is so much more powerful.
I can't think of any uses right now, but I feel like the potential for paint mischief is huge.
Well, instantly, you could be a really shitty supervillain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a real low tier, like someone like Captain Planet would fucking fight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Of like, I'm holding the Sistine Chapel hostage. Like, you know, every hour you don't meet my demands, I change the faces to make them a little bit goofier.
Yeah, just change Jesus's face to be yours.
Yeah.
Like,
could you make yourself into the next Jesus?
just by appearing on things.
And how far is paint from ink? Because can you be like, right, then there's got to be some fucking... Because Magneto can sense metal, right?
Yeah.
So that means that you could read books through sense.
Ooh.
So you go near like the Vatican, and you're like, okay, right, find some paperwork down there. the second coming of Christ. They're called Tom and Ben.
Crack the Da Vinci Code, rewrite the books.
But you add in all of these references to yourself.
Wow. There's a villain in a fantasy book that I won't spoil because this is like book 3, who does that. He can change just written word anywhere.
Boom.
And he totally fucks with a prophecy and gets the heroes to like free the evil demon rather than saving the world, because he just like changes a few words here and there on the prophecies and just fucks with everyone.
You could do that.
Super effective.
Because if you can completely control paint, you
could put like a secret message on the back of the Mona Lisa or something.
Exactly, something like that. You know, can you move some like cave paint around a bit to be like a picture of you
with aliens?
Yeah, just do some of that stuff to see what happens. Yeah. Can you have like a note, and you could just move the ink and make it a higher value note?
Ooh, yeah, just redesign everything. Well, you could in America, not so much in the UK because they're different sizes. But yeah, you could like move all the hieroglyphics and paint in the pyramids.
Yeah,
it could be just suddenly like there's this bearded man appearing throughout history. There'd be some archaeologist who's just like, I found it!
They put it all together, and it's me, baby. Yeah.
Praise the bearded one!
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like you could do some shit like that. Or if you're controlling like Magneto, a paint golem that destroys New York.
Well, yeah, if you could like, go into somewhere with a lot of paint and just be like, create like a swirling vortex of 1,000 gallons of paint. If shit got real, you could just fucking annihilate someone.
Boom. Paint. That is the answer.
Yeah, put a Banksy up on your house. Sell it for $1 million.
Or charge like a fucking premium. Go to like, whatever, the mayor of Paris, and be like, if you give me £1 million, I can click my fingers and I can get rid of all of the graffiti in everywhere.
Amazing.
In literally 1 fucking second.
Yeah.
For £1 million. And I bet they would pay that.
They would. Totally. You could take their entire graffiti reduction budget for the year
and be like, look, I wouldn't even take all of that, which I imagine probably costs more than that.
Yeah. And I'll just come around once a year and just... And I'll tell you what, for free, I'll throw all that paint somewhere else.
I'll put it somewhere else.
Yeah, just,
Bam. And so you
I'll
could
just
actually...
paint your new office for you.
Yeah, like you could do that and just go to different cities. I bet you would be inundated with places, and no one's going to really hate you.
No, you're not even. That's not even a scheme. No one's even getting conned.
Yeah.
This is boring, Tom.
But it would be a way that if you don't want to be a Saturday morning supervillain.
Yeah, well, I guess you could be the guy who puts the yellow lines on the road as well if you really wanted to. If you're just looking for, gainful employment.
But I think that would require more concentration, right? That would require more...
I feel like the graffiti is going to take a lot because you've got to not pull up all the paint in the city. You've got to somehow identify what is graffiti and what is not.
I think it's more fun than the yellow line man.
That's super boring. You could go to a football pitch and draw all the white lines.
Yeah, you just bing, there you go, it's done.
Or, just before a match starts, just fuck all the white lines away.
Move the shit around.
Move them.
Wow. Yeah. Like mid-game.
And bet a lot on the result of the match.
Okay, yeah, that.
And then suddenly, over the line. You cheated.
One of the only problems, though, is that is something that generally has a lot of cameras all pointing. And so they're going to notice just the halfway line, just goes 50 feet one direction. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd love that if someone tried to give you a car ticket. They're you're parked on a yellow line. Am I?
Yeah, you just make that shit disappear.
You just park wherever you want and then just part the yellow lines
that's what you would do. That's day one of having the power. Just moving that shit around.
Yeah, this is way better than rum.
Yeah, that rum power. I think it's nearly as good. But I guess the power to you can create it.
Creating rum's pretty good. I mean, you could... depends at what rate you can create it. If it's a litre a day...
That would fucking suck.
Yeah. If it's you piss rum...
Yeah, that would be awful.
Because I'm not going to be able to, fill a massive silo and sell it.
But if you could, do that and you just can make the finest quality rum,
It'd be a fun side hustle. I mean, no one could know where it comes from. How would you would you have to set up a fake rum distillery?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of work. You might as well set up a real one.
But then you wouldn't have to do...
It's
your overheads are super cheap.
But it's kind of like when you're a kid and your mum tells you to go brush your teeth, and instead of brushing your teeth, you run your toothbrush under the tap and stand in the bathroom for 3 minutes.
Yeah, just so you seem like you're doing something.
And it's basically as much work as doing it for real.
Exactly. But, I don't know, think of the turnover. You could have as much as you'd want to sell, assuming you can...
It depends on how much you can make a day, yeah.
I'll assume a lot.
Yeah, if it's potentially limitless, if you can just be
yeah,
and fill up a massive silo immediately.
Yeah, then
it'd be worth setting up the pretend factory.
Because I heard that it was something like the Rock, his tequila company is more valuable than him acting in movies now.
Wow.
That he used his fame to super promote his
make
tequila
a big
company,
brand.
and now it's fucking enormous.
Wow.
That if you can start selling the best rum in the world.
Rum's really hot right now. It's like the new gin.
Really?
Trendy. There's rum bars opening up.
Oh shit! Yeah, I literally saw one.
Oh wow.
One in Bristol.
There you go. So if we'd done this 5 years ago, we'd be laughing.
Shit. Well, now we can come
Missed
in
the boat.
and just fucking blast it. Boom. Keep playing. I want to wrap this up.
Oh yeah.
We gotta go earlier
distracted.
today.
We do. We can't go all night tonight.
And
I got very excited about paint possibilities.
Paint Man.
Paint Man is the coolest.
Paint Man. He's got some powers.
I want to be the Paint Man.
He's got some powers.
Paint Man cometh.